Hey, welcome back to Auto Transport Intel. Thank you for joining us at noon on Thursday for Dispatching Live. We're going to check the load boards. This is load board search advice if you're a dispatcher, carrier, or broker looking to see what's going on the load boards, because right now I think we're at a high capacity. And thank you for joining us in the live chat. Please do say hello. Please remember to tell us your route, tell us your lane, what are you looking for? Give us a load search, ask advice, see what's going on. And please do remember to like. We're going to go live with Sue. Now she's my co-host. Here we go. Sue, can you see us and hear us?
I can. How you doing, Jay?
Hey, good. How are you doing?
Oh, just fine.
All right. Hey, and we
Crazy.
got...
It's crazy.
What's that?
I said it's crazy out here right now.
Still crazy. So let me do this, make sure I say hello to everybody jumping in. Thank you guys so much. You got Moozy from Truckify, Truckify Car Hauling App, Dispatch Center Load Board in the house. Joseph McCleary, hello. Is this
Hey,
where I find airplanes that I need shipped? Right? Do they? I don't think they post airplanes, but you sure do find boats and forklifts and stuff. Have you ever
I
seen it?
have seen an airplane out there
You've seen
before. Yes,
you've
I
seen an
have.
airplane. Well, there you go,
Yeah.
Joseph. This is where you do find airplanes. Hey, Danny B, thanks for saying hello. Thanks for joining us today. Really appreciate it. Ty is part of the party. What's up, Ty? Chris B, hey, Jay and Sue. I have a 53 drop deck Sun Country out of Marion, Ohio. What do you think the best route would be? Ooh, good one. Was thinking Columbus, then heading south. So we're going to be checking Ohio. Thank you, Chris, for the comment and the question. Carlos Braxton, ACB Logistics. What's up, Carlos? Thanks for tuning in. Ask Sue
Uh,
if she has anything in Alice, Texas. We're also going to check Alice, Texas, headed north. And Steven Sprague says hello. What's up, Steven? Thanks for tuning in. Levi H, Builders Pro Transportation. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you have a question, if you need help with a route, you have a dispatching question, broker question. Actually, we're going to talk about brokers' bonds today, aren't we? That's going to be interesting.
yes.
And Bob Burrows says good afternoon. So thanks, guys. Thanks so much. Please do remember to like, tell your friends, and let's kick it off. What are we doing, Sue?
Well, like I always like to start out because the load boards are so high. We're up to 62,237. Last week it was like 60,000 a change. So we're
Whoa.
still going up, which is crazy.
Whoa.
Um, and I've pulled up because we always talk about Florida. So there are almost 4,000 loads out of Florida, out of that, which considering there's 62, that's I guess it doesn't seem like a lot, but that's still a lot. And
Yeah.
as you can see, they're paying really, really well. $1.20, $1.69. So if you're in Florida, you've got a good run right now. Let's see.
Boy, you
And
just don't hear that very often. Now, how long has this trend been going? A few weeks? A month?
I think we started at 45,000, and it's been at least a month ago. I think that's when we first started this, and it just keeps gradually going up every week. It's not it's slowed down as far as how it's been jumping lately, but still, if you figure we've gone a whole week and we're still going up, that means even if they took part of those loads out, we're still adding to them. So it still just keeps going up. And don't get me wrong, we still are having problems with people wanting to raise rates on certain lanes. We're just not taking them because there's other loads. And if they're not going to pay attention to the rate, we're just going to move on and take something else. You know
Did
what I mean? So
well,
I
did
think
you see, like, Reindeer says they'll match the rate? Have
really.
you heard? Yeah, I was posting that on industry news on Tuesday night. Reindeer said, I posted it. Reindeer said they will match a rate, similar car, similar route.
Great. Well,
Right?
they understand. Yeah, and
They
they
do.
understand. They always, and as well as I do, Reindeer usually pays well no matter what. So that means then you could probably get them to bump either way, whether it matches or not. I think the last I hauled a Reindeer one probably 2 weeks ago, and it was paying $1 a mile. So, but
Yeah.
I got killer loads from Atlanta. Dropped one in Springfield and two into Wichita. Got paid 26.50 to go 980 miles on Monday.
Wow.
That's like unheard
Wow.
of. So
Whoa.
And I mean, that's kind of the way it's been. I mean, the rates are there, whether, I mean, they're over and above. And still the same thing. Everything I'm listing, I'm putting at $1 a mile almost to get moved because they're not going to move if you don't do it that way. So brokers, listen up. You better raise the prices. If you want it moved, you better raise the price.
Well, and John at Ship Your Car Now, he was on Tuesday night and he was talking about how, yeah, I mean they've been making payouts in ways that, you know, really unheard of kind of stuff. By the way, I'm gonna share if you need help finding some of the load boards that we talk about, I do have a top 12 load boards video. I put the link in the live chat. Also, if you're watching this later, you can go down in the comments and please do comment, post a question if you've got something. You can go down in the comments and you'll see in the description there are links to load boards and other information. So don't forget to miss that. Don't forget to check that out. Don't miss it. Okay, so are we checking a route? What are we doing?
We're going to check a route. Didn't you say the first one was like Columbus, Ohio area?
All right. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so he's got, all right, so I'm going to go back in the live chat. He's got Marion, Ohio. What do you think? He's got a 53-foot drop deck Sun Country out of Marion, Ohio. What would be a good route? And is that, maybe that's near Columbus? I'm going to check my map also.
Yeah, Marion's going to be in that area. So if he's a drop deck, he can take big stuff. So we're going to just put $1 a mile on here and see what's rolling out of there.
Yeah, it's a good call.
So I think that should probably be at.
Interesting. Yeah, that's it. Marion, that's in an interesting area where it's pretty spread out. I think is that a lot of farmland up there, I'm guessing?
I think so.
It's basically, yeah, north side of Columbus. That's what I would do too, Columbus.
Yeah, it's only 50 miles, so technically, if the loads were going good, he could pull out of Cincinnati, Columbus, or even Indy, depending on which direction he's going.
Wow, he's an hour north of Columbus.
Yeah.
It's pretty far.
Or he's close enough to Cleveland, too, if he really wanted to go that way.
Exactly, and that's why
he's in the middle of a really good place, actually.
And yeah, well, it is. Actually, that can be good. Yeah, and it's cool that it's north of Columbus, so when he delivers in Columbus, he doesn't feel like he's backtracking.
Well, so I put in $1 a mile, and we've got 356 loads at $1 a mile right now.
Nice. Nice.
See, there's some stuff.
Let's see here. Yeah, Zanesville, I think, is. I'm going to type that in while you're doing some of that.
4 miles east. The problem is Greensboro, Georgia is off the beaten path.
Yeah, Zanesville's east. That's right.
Looks like we got one for CarsArrive going into St. Louis area as well.
And also, Ann Seawool Irons, thanks for tuning in. Thank you so much. Oh, that's cool, Levi. So you're out of Evansville, Indiana. Local hotshot with 2-car trailer. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. We'll look at that too. We'll put that on the list. I'm keeping a list. Hey, can you look for loads from California to all? Cool. We'll check that too, Ann.
Let's see. Wow.
Tell them about your dispatching series. Oh, yeah, good call, Ty. Also, yeah, guys, if you are looking for dispatcher training, I created a dispatcher training series. I'm going to pull up, it's kind of a 3-part series. And here's the link to the playlist. That's a great idea, Ty. Thank you so much. Dispatcher training series. Here's the link. You can also find it on the homepage at the YouTube channel. Michael's here. We're safe. So we're safe because Michael's here. Oh, Michael watched all 3. Thanks. All right, I keep jumping in. So, what are you seeing? Are you seeing some gold bars?
Well,
we really have gold bars now, don't we?
Yeah, we really do. And usually, you can probably get 3 gold bars if you're a 3-car. I changed the parameters a little different. I made it with a minimum of $400 a car. So we're getting a lot of the little crap on here, and we're looking for good money right now. So,
and it's interesting, right? CarsArrive. they're paying to move cars, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. These are paying really well right now.
That's great.
This is a load right here out of Cincinnati going over to Kansas City for $1,000 if it's really 1,000. It's 1,000/900.
Nice.
So it could be really paying $9. I'm not sure, and it's $100 broker fee. That's one of the questions you always have to ask them. And yellow bricks, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not.
Franklin is so, and here we go. Explain it. 1,900 COD. If you don't know what that means, here's what it means.
It means two different things. Either you're only collecting $900 for the truck, $1,000 at delivery, $100 broker fee, or they're going to pay you $100 from the broker and $900 COD. It's going to be one of the two things. So you always want to ask that to find out what your real pay is.
Good call. Pro tip.
If it's $900, that's not really $1.57 a mile. It's going to be less than that.
That way,
not a bad rate.
that way you're not standing in the driveway of the customer and saying something that they don't understand.
Right.
You never want
Here's
that.
another good CarsArrive going into McMinnville, Tennessee, which kind of is in DFE, but it's paying $1.73 a mile to go 400 miles. And there's
$1.73 a mile. Nice.
Yeah. There's one to Nashville for $1.25 a mile. Jermaine imports at Columbus. I haul for him all the time.
So, Levi, I'm sure you're seeing some of this, and I'm sure Levi, I'm gonna guess most people in here are not having a hard time finding good paying loads right now.
Here's the thing. Jen was reading on one of the Facebook groups yesterday, and they're not complaining about auto hauling rates. They're complaining about freight now. The rates are low in freight. I don't know if you've heard that yet or not.
Say that again.
The freight loads are horrible.
The freight loads are horrible. Now do we know the science behind that?
I don't, because I didn't understand that. I figured sometimes you know how it is. It's one's low, one's high, but right now with what's going on, I would think it would be high all the way across the board. And if he could take these 3 F-250s and you're signed up with Metro, jump on that there. Because loads out of Midland will pay very well out of there too.
Wow. Yes, and that's the drop deck. He could take that, right?
Yes, he should be able to take that.
There it is.
That's
all right. We have it.
That's what I would say.
We have a winner. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys. So I got this dart, right? This dart is the dispatching knowledge. The dart board is the load board, and we're shooting for a bullseye, and I have a feeling that load, that's a bullseye right there. But the problem is going to be, are you signed up with the Certus? So give a Certus a call.
Now,
make sure you're ready to go.
This would be another one he would like, this box truck for $850 in the Huntsville. This one's going to Huntsville too. I don't know where Atmore is. I think that's going to be 300 miles further down south.
Atmore. I'm going to plug that in. Always have, pro tip, always have your map open.
Yep.
Okay, so Atmore is down by Mobile, which is fine. Mobile, Pensacola.
Yeah. Mobile, everything, pretty much, no matter where you go right now, you can get out of, unless you're like wanting to go to a specific place. If you're just like, we just roam from place to place for the money until we get to where they've got to go home. Then when you go home, sometimes you got to deal with the rates. You know what I mean? It's not like the same.
When you go home, then you are subject to more restrictions, etc. So I'll tell you what, here's what we're going to do, Sue. Go ahead and start loading up the search for Ty for Texas coming home. And while you're doing that, we're going to see this is the new video ad for Murphy Auto Transport Services.
Are you completely stressed out from all the calls and the contracts and the verification of loads when nobody answers the phone? Call Murphy Auto Dispatch Services today. Murphy Auto Dispatch Services has over 15 years of experience in the transport industry. We are your office while you are on the road. We book, we verify, and we bill out your loads for you. We have an excellent accounting staff and an even better dispatch team. Give us a call today at 417-273-0000. 0021. Or if you want to email me, it's murphyautotransport31@yahoo.com. Give us a call today.
Hey, the new ad looks great. Good job, Sue. Also, listen, visit murphyautotransportservices.com. You can email Sue, murphyautotransport31@yahoo.com, or she's here right now, live chat your question. So, we are searching. We're going to go back to the board with Sue. We're searching Texas going north.
And Ty's probably looking Kansas City because that's one he's got one on right now. He's got an F-350, I believe, going up to Kansas City. I do not know what a Hiob is. What the heck is that?
Hiob. Oh boy. Oh, it says it right there. 20 foot. Yeah, I'm going to Google that. Let's see what we got. 2,000 Hiob. It sounds like a forklift or something, but.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Yeah.
Oh, it's
worse than a truck.
Yeah, it's worse. It's worse. Oh, that's a truck
for big rigs.
Oh my gosh, it's a truck with a boom. And look at all the metal on that flatbed. That sucker's heavy.
Unless you're just taking this part of it, but I doubt that very seriously.
Wow. That's
how would you load that? You know what I mean?
That's harsh, man. Okay.
It's 9.5 foot tall.
And and he's gonna be. I think Corpus Christi's the right. Alice, that's the right area. Shoot.
Yeah,
well, what about that?
At.
What about the Corolla to Wichita? That would work, right? It doesn't pay good.
It's in Laredo, so it's probably just 83 miles west. It's more probably like 100 miles west.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really, it's not enough money.
So, did you do you must have done a radius around Corpus?
100-mile radius.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll also go through Houston. So let's look at Houston.
Right.
He should anyways from Corpus. I think he's still got to go. Let's go look here. But I'm positive. Corpus.
Just all day long typing in cities into the map. Now, would he do?
Okay, well, actually.
Or do you think he'd go? I was just gonna say San Antonio, Austin. That's what I'm thinking too.
He can do either one, but this is going to be his fastest route. Let's see. Let's put up.
And that's the nice thing about the San Antonio to Dallas lane is all those cities, man. There's all independent auto auctions, Mannheims, Odessas, IAA, Copart. Take your pick.
About one out of San Antonio going to Kansas City. It's a Toyota Tundra, but it's not ready yet. He hasn't sent me the paperwork. Otherwise, I could put that one on Ty.
No, I can't take that if it's a boat. I'm a car hauler. Yeah.
Well, there's one to Topeka, a Mini Cooper out of San Antonio for $600.
Nice.
Yeah, that's not bad.
U-Ship payment. Are you guys signed up with U-Ship? I mean, I know you may not want to be, but it does come in handy at times.
Yes, and it's super easy. You just got to put in your MC or your DOT and set up your username and password. It's no big deal. There's this one. That's a little minivan. This is a Transit Connect van. But if you're going to go to Hutchinson, you might as well go to Topeka for more money.
Exactly.
How many can Ty take? I know he's got a big one on.
You know, I don't know. That's a good question. That's always one of the initial questions is I'm not sure what he's hauling today. Ty?
I know he has an F-350 on because we were trying to move it, and this company was supposed to pick it up. Went there yesterday, said it was too big. I have pictures of it. I think they just didn't want to take it. So he was picking it up instead.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't know how much more he can take. But there's a couple on here. I'd probably do this Mini Cooper, but he's got, I'm sure Ty has U-Ship, so. Or these two, I don't, well, that's cheap really for 3 pickups. No. That's worth way more than that.
Yeah, I was
Right
just gonna
now.
say.
Yeah. I mean, back in the olden times, shall we say,
Right,
before COVID,
right.
that's a good rate. But
In
right now, no, not so much.
in March, that was a good deal.
Yeah, exactly. And Backlots, hey, Backlots has this 2,500 in Austin, Ty, going to Jeff City. That's going to take you off route too.
Yeah, Jeff City. It's not. It's not
Kansas
really
City.
near anything.
No, Joplin works. You go through Joplin probably.
That Topeka Mini's the best thing right now. Plus, it's small. That way,
Right.
we don't even have to worry about. Assuming he's got another space. Assuming he's not taking a flatbed.
Yeah. ACV's got this one. I don't know where that's at. Let's go look and see where Victoria and Clarence, Missouri is.
And Michael, thanks for working with Ann while we're looking at this route. That's awesome, man. Appreciate it.
Victoria. Ew. Nope, that doesn't work either. That's all in BFE right there. So forget that one. That's probably why it's paying so well. Actually, it should probably be paying more than that.
Clarence, Missouri. Yeah, I'm not familiar with
Can you
that.
tell where that was? It's way up here. It's in No Mirror land.
Oh
right there.
man, you know what's up there? Knapheide. Knapheide has a customiz. Wait a minute. Clarence, Missouri. Yeah, Knapheide actually has a customization shop. I think it's Moberly, which is south of Clarence. I think I'm right. Anyways, that's why I always want to look at.
Tempest is probably your best bet there, Ty. I don't know how many you're needing though. But it's a Mini Cooper too, and it's itty bitty, so that would help.
That thing's awesome. I love it. Sign me up. Okay, Ty, we checked your route. We're moving on. We're going to go to... we had an interesting request here. Let's see. He is... Okay, Joseph McCleary's saying any backhaul back to northern Indiana because what he's doing is he's delivering RVs and then he needs backhauls back home. And he's saying anywhere. So I'm thinking we do like, you know, mostly domestic 48 back to, he says, Elkhart, Michiana, South Bend. Which I think are pretty much...
yeah. So probably put in, would you say, any, well, we're going to end up in Indiana.
Say, yeah, we're going to end up there. Say pick up domestic 48, just so we see everything. Trying to check. Yeah, pick up domestic 48, going back to, I don't know, 100 miles around South Bend. And let's
if he's delivering RVs, what, I mean, are we attaching? What are we doing?
Right. What size trailer? What's his capacity? That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if he's doing RVs where he hooks up to them, we're going to need something that he hooks.
Right.
Take
It's
back up.
a really good point.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he must be hauling them, but we don't know the size of his trailer yet. I know he's told me. And by the way, I'll say it right now. I apologize in advance. If you've already told me something and I forgot and I'm asking again, I apologize in advance. But please, you know, go ahead and put in the details and the information, and we'll try to do a search for you. So.
Wow. Oh, I put it in travel trailer as well. So we're going to take one off. I'm going to get all the other. I put in a minimum of 70 cents a mile just to kind of.
We also assume that you're familiar with putting in search criteria in Central Dispatch. If you need help with that, let us know. There's also videos. You can search Central Dispatch tutorials on YouTube. I've got several videos up there.
There must be a lot of loads. Yeah, okay. 1,100 loads.
Wow. What minimum did you put in?
70 cents a mile.
Wow.
That's a lot.
So we're going to need, what should we do? Should we raise the cents per mile or take off some states? I mean, my question is, well, he says anywhere.
Let's take that. Okay, let's put a minimum of like $300 instead, and we'll get rid of these little things.
That is
here.
another good pro tip. Minimum pay of the load will definitely help weed out some of those local runs that you wouldn't do.
All right.
Dispatching Live is all about helping you get better and faster at doing searches for better paying loads. Thanks for watching today. Send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. And if you're watching after the fact, please do like and leave a comment below. Appreciate that.
We really need some Jeopardy
I'm
music
just
or
sitting
something.
here watching the...
Okay, well, we reduced it by another 300 at least. Looks like there's some stuff in Florida coming back. I don't know where he's coming out of, but those are paying good. One in Georgia, but that's more Chicago area.
I don't have a capacity, but we're not going to worry. We're not going to let that stop us.
Stuff right there, but that's an Elkhart.
You know, here's an idea. Oh, here we go. Weight to go on 24-foot flatbed truck up to 12,000 pounds. That's right. 30-foot trailer for two lightweight cars up to 30,000. Okay, so he's got two-car flatbed up to 12K or two-car lightweight trailer. 3,000. I'd go with the 24-foot flatbed up to 12,000 pounds. Looking for like two trucks, right? No.
Trucks would be iffy because the trucks are about 6,000 to 7,000 pounds. You could do one truck, one car.
One truck, one car.
Yeah. I mean, there looks like there's plenty of loads. It really is going to depend on where you're coming from, because there's a lot of loads on here heading back to Indiana with no problem whatsoever. I mean, even the short stuff is...
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Because like Michigan to Indiana bores me. Does it bore you? It bores me.
What do you mean, like, to go there?
Well, when I search those close loads, because I'm always looking for, like, big money, right?
I don't do... Yeah. Like, my minimum, I usually put on anymore right now. I'm putting a minimum of $500 a car.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
I want them to make, at least, like my 3 cars, I want them to make $1,500 a day minimum. Because you can do that right now.
So
you normally can't do that, but right now you can do it.
Why don't you do this? Do something crazy. Put in a minimum pay of, like, $700.
Okay.
And then let's see what happens. I want to see some gold bars. Right? This is Dispatching Live, baby. I also apologize in advance if my attempt at comedy disrupts your search for knowledge. I apologize in advance. I always find dispatching to be, I don't know, you have to have a little bit of comedy when you're dispatching. You have
Yes,
to.
You do,
it'll make you crazy.
Ready to pull your hair out. Yeah. Have to laugh or drink a lot. One of the two. It's, hey.
Try both. In fact, this would be a good time to, here, I'm going to take control of the screen, and we've got, have you seen the t-shirt? The dispatcher's coffee's always cold and the beer is always hot. This is what it looks like if you put it on. Sue designed the shirt. Let her know if you're looking for one. That's right, the
and
t-shirt.
I have one I made for Jen, which we'll show you guys next too.
Cool. And by the way, Murphy Auto does have one spot left, so we wanted to make sure everybody knew that. Yeah, so do you have a current picture of your t-shirt? You can go ahead and share the screen again.
Yes, I made one specifically for Jen.
Awesome.
She's my wino. And this is what it looks like. It didn't go. Hold on. Share. There we go. Now we're in there.
Oh, look at that. Hey, I need to get a copy of that picture. That's awesome.
That is Miss Jen.
A dispatcher's
She
wine
wears
is
her hair
always
like that
hot.
all the time.
That is awesome, man. Yeah. Yeah, please save that image and send me a copy. What's on the back?
I put all my stuff on there.
Yeah, your info?
Yep.
Dispatch,
There we go.
Murphy Auto Dispatch. That's a neat shirt. I like that a lot. It's cool.
Turned out really good. It looks like in person we're getting here.
It's really cool.
Okay, so even with 700 minimum, we still got 695 loads. Of course, they're not all, like some of the stuff is way far away, like Arizona, yeah, California.
Right, here we
That's where
go.
they're
Now
gonna
we're
come
seeing some gold bars. Ooh, here we go. Jacksonville. Oh, Grand Rapids. Again, a Certus.
Oh,
Ooh, and you
that's
must
not
have a
bad.
Twick.
Yeah, let's see what they really are. Oh, they're only Audi Q8s. That's not bad. But you do have to, it's at the port, so you're going to have a Twick card. Or you call Candy, and Candy will get them out for you.
Candy will pull them out for you. She sure will. I love good paying cluster loads.
Yeah.
Always feels good. Let's see. If you're tuning in right now, we are taking load search requests. It's only 12:30, so we're still going to be here for at least another half hour. We were just searching a backhaul from Indiana. We're going to do a little bit of local Indiana now, and let's go back to Sue. So, we'll look at this backhaul for a couple more minutes. It's right now seems to be the best time to look for a backhaul from anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, really, if you can't keep your guy loaded right now, there's a problem. Even if you're brand new, even if you're brand new and can't haul for anybody, there is still a butt ton of loads on this board. So it should not be an issue.
And make sure you tell the guy at the truck stop that says that, you can get rich car hauling, that right now is a unique period of time. This is not normal.
But see, look, they're still listing them for less than what it should be. I mean, come on. Those are two F-250s.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Going
So they are...
cents a mile.
Hit the compare button. Let's see what happens. I usually hate the compare button, but right now So there we go. He's at the low end. Oh my gosh. Who's doing 1650 right now? What?
Yeah. No, that was a 3-pack. See, I don't know how accurate this is. Let's look at this one. I'm curious. It's 3 pickups, and it's only 49 cents a mile. Oh, it's them, too.
Wow. Yeah, so are you thinking maybe the compare rates are old? Because this seems really out of place.
Been thinking that. Well, see, I moved an enclosed last week. Well, I moved it actually Monday, but last week I did comparables for enclosed out of Florida going up to New Jersey. They were saying like $800 to $1,100. I quoted the guy 13. I ended up having to actually spend $1,500 on it to get it moved. Granted, it was a Rolls Royce Dawn, which is worth about $500,000, but still. And the comparables weren't even close. And I told them $1 a mile plus, just to get it moved. Because enclosed is hard to move anyways. But, and that's too cheap. I mean, really. If that's what they're doing, is doing comparables, they're going to find out that's not going to work.
I've never had a happy ending to a compare button beginning.
Yeah, it doesn't look right at all. I think, I don't know how they set up their parameters as far as that goes. You know what I mean?
I don't have my iced coffee. Well, I do have iced coffee in a mug. No, I didn't make iced coffee today, so Michael just triggered me.
Michael's been waiting for your iced coffee recipe.
Well, so I gave it Tuesday night. I'm going to give it again. All right, you guys ready? All right, iced coffee recipe. Get a tall glass. Fill it with ice. All right, set that aside. Now, make a pot of coffee, but rather than a full pot of water, just a little bit, like 1 cup. or less,
Right.
make it really strong. And as
Yeah.
soon as it's done brewing, you want to pour it on the ice. Now, before you do pour it on the ice, add a creamer, like a McDonald's creamer or, whatever. Don't overdo it. Go light on the creamer. And then also, this is the key. You got to get one of them syrups from like Target or Walmart. It's by the coffee. Do a dash of syrup. Dash of syrup, creamer, full cup of ice. Throw on that freshly brewed, really strong coffee. Stir it up. Woo! Fantastic.
Looks like a lot of the loads are coming out of Arizona going into Detroit. There's a lot on there. They're not paying right, but there's a lot on here. They're only like 39, 43. Yeah, these aren't going to move either. That's why they're still all on here. That's crazy. Well, I would say right now for him, it's really going to depend on where he's at as far as money goes. But like I said, you have plenty of negotiating room. If you've got a broker on here that's a regular good broker, they're going to understand these rates. You can usually get more money. Where you're going to have problems at are with dealerships. They haven't gotten the memo yet about what's going on.
Right.
And then you've got some of these little guys that, I don't know what you want to call them. They're not really, I mean, I consider a dealership a big dealership.
Well, you know what?
Guys,
you know what? Can you imagine if you're getting leads? Let's say you're a broker and you're paying a lead provider for leads, and society hasn't gotten the memo, right?
No, they haven't.
Exactly.
Right.
So now how you got all these leads coming in where people don't want to pay what the market's going to bear, and now you have to explain capitalism all over again. How fun is that?
Well, and then so I get quotes, constantly all day long, and I explain this to them, what's going on, and some of them get it, but then some are like, well, I talked to this other broker, they'll do it for like, I don't know, like I tell them 1,000, they're like going to do it for 7. I'm like, more power to you, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I've got some dealerships in Arizona. We were moving a swap from Nebraska, Hastings, Nebraska, and Scottsdale, back and forth. I told them $1,400, both, like $1,400 there, $1,400 back. And they called me up, and I finally got a driver for it. And they said that they had a driver for only $900. Well, I went online. Guess what? It's listed on Central Dispatch for $850. So they didn't have a driver. They think they do, but they don't have a driver. And I try to explain this to them, but what do you do?
Right.
Like, okay.
And you know what? You think you got a driver now. Guess what? He's looking for a better load right now.
Oh, yeah.
You won't have him in 30 minutes. Yeah. I mean, that, right. Everybody has to. It's so funny. When people don't like capitalism, they deny it. Like,
right.
That's not true. And yet,
right.
when capitalism is in favor of your business, you're all about it. I find that hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking about it yesterday on Ryan's show on autoconversion.net. Hey, by the way, FNS Trucking says, glad you're feeling better, Sue. Yes, Sue, I'm really glad that you're feeling better too.
Me too. I had food poisoning, and I finally feel better today.
Man.
It has been a rough one for the last 3 days.
That's brutal.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, FNS.
Let's see. Okay. What else we got? Because I'm pretty sure we could get this guy loaded if he knew exactly where he was at.
All right. So here's what the things are looking good. So I think we're good there. Let's do the, we had local Indiana. Which I'm sure it's good. I mean, it's Indiana, it's Kentucky, it's Ohio. I'm going to find that in the live chat here. Indiana, Kentucky, Illinois. Okay, here we go. Indiana, Kentucky, Illinois to Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota. Now that is interesting. That's an interesting route.
Let's take a gander at that one.
Yeah, I'm actually really curious what we're going to see there.
Because I had a 4-pack out of Indianapolis and went to Omaha last week for $2,000, and it was outrageous. Because That doesn't usually happen.
What I'm curious, Levi, which way is the money leg? Pro tip, you want to know your money leg, right? Do you make money going home? Do you make money going out? It's usually going out. If you run a triangle, which leg of the triangle is the money leg?
Yeah, usually, like, to get there, you'll probably get paid. Getting out of those places, not so much.
Right.
Right now, it could be a totally different thing. Let's just take
go both places. It's like the rates are low out of some of the places that it should be higher because it's hard to get out. But I don't know. Maybe because they think you're desperate. Let's see here. Butte, Montana. Montana will make you work for your money. Beautiful state, though. Nothing personal. Bo Burr, hello everyone. Finally I was able to be on the same time as the show is on. Thanks for joining us, Bo Burr. That's awesome. I think I had it was a comment. I had a YouTube comment from Bo Burr. And when I recommend people join live, I really hope they can make it. So it's great to see you here, man. Thank you. Okay, so yes, he said the same thing you did. Going west is the money. Coming back, meh. Ooh, Illinois, what was that? Moline to Bozeman?
Yeah.
Oh, Paducah to Bozeman? Oh, wait a minute. Although
Paducah
is not anywhere near Moline, is it?
No.
I hate that.
Moline is that port area to Bozeman. Bozeman, you're going to have a tough time getting out of there. And this is not that great of money. I mean, really, it should be paying more than that.
Right?
Especially right now. Yeah. I mean, because look, even your enclosed trailer is not that. I mean, it's only right at $1 a mile out of Chicago.
But right off the bat, I would call Big Sky, tell him it's your route, and find out what's going on. I'm going to assume Levi's already done that.
Let's see who Big Sky is. They are a carrier, and they've hauled for me, apparently.
Interesting.
And I don't know if that's a COD, because it says company check, so it's probably not, so be careful with that. And they probably, I don't know if you're getting more money out of them. If they're a carrier, they probably told this guy this. So I'm not sure if that would help you or not. And if you've got to come from someplace to hit Moline to go to Bozeman, that's really not even 69 cents a mile. You got to figure in your mileage to get there. There's a big ambulance on here going to Whitehall out of Evansville, Indiana for $2,500.
So Ann is right there with us. She went to grab her coffee and her warmed bacon and egg sandwich. Who else has had an egg sandwich today? Man, I love egg sandwiches.
Let's see how big this puppy is. Oh, this is a big one. Holy crap. Okay. That's not happening. That's big.
Oh my gosh. That is big.
Yeah.
I mean, it's price. Oh, look. Hey, look. He's got a request link. Check that out.
Oh, for Ship.Cars?
Check that out. In fact, while you're searching, hey guys, check this out. Do you know about these links on Central Dispatch where you can copy and paste and request the load? Check this out. Hey, did you know about the Truckify links on Central Dispatch? Central Dispatch is like doing what? No, they probably already know. So if you go in the reference ID, now there are hyperlinks. Copy and paste that into your browser. Book it. Negotiate. Get it while it's hot with Truckify.
Have you noticed I Truckify links on load postings lately? Did you know that you can use these links to book loads online with Dispatch Center? Simply copy the link and open it in another tab. If you're already signed into Dispatch Center, you will go straight to the booking page. If not, you will be prompted to sign in. Enter your pickup dates and the driver information. The broker will approve your request and you will need to sign the terms for the dispatch. You will receive a text message with a link to sign the terms and conditions, and you can also sign them via the Pending Signatures tab in Dispatch Center. Once your signature is complete, the load will automatically appear in your Truckify mobile app. Get loads 24/7 without picking up the phone thanks to Dispatch Center.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to Auto Transport Intel. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Exotic Hotshot, what's going on? Thanks for joining, saying hello in the live chat. Not your business, studying the channel. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I really do. Hey, am I the only one that plays like the air ukulele during that spot? Sue, what's going on?
I am looking for this Wyoming, Montana thing here, and there's just not, like, these two together are so far apart, they're 400 miles apart.
Ooh, that is so far.
Really, yeah, look, I mean.
Whoa,
geez.
oh, that would take all day.
Yeah, if it was at a straight line across, I mean, although you could do Omaha with Wyoming, but you're still talking probably 400 miles apart from each other.
Wow, yeah,
Ugh.
I can't do that.
Oh,
This route's rough, man. This is the roughest route.
Yeah.
This is the roughest route, flag on the play, roughest route
Yeah.
I've seen in weeks.
Let's look out of those areas and see what's on there, because maybe it's paying better the way out than it is on the way in, which would be highly unusual. But hey, we're in a strange world right now, so anything could happen
Right.
now. Let's see, Montana. All right, next up today. Montana. Wyoming. I'm assuming he would be coming back to Indianapolis area or Indiana. Hello, I can't speak. South Dakota and North Dakota. All right.
So okay, so Levi's in the live chat, and this is good. This is what the show is all about. Could you recommend a better route, Sue?
Don't go that way.
Yeah.
Are you looking? I guess it depends on what you're looking for. Most of my guys run the Midwest, and that's where the money has been.
Yeah.
For years, honestly, unless you're running the East Coast, you can run New York and that kind of stuff. They're going to pay well. Florida's paying well right now, obviously. But I don't send any of my drivers in the area you're looking, because it's just so hard for money and getting in and out of there.
Maybe he's got a customer, right? Or maybe it's either family or a customer. It's got to be one of the two.
Because, I mean, look, I just put in those 4 states going back to Illinois and Indiana, and you can see it's not good.
Yeah. So, Levi, you might want to check with her, because you could probably make better money right now doing a different route.
Yes, I would suggest that.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you were to put in where you're at and put certain states in and put $1 a mile, you saw what we just did a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
There are better paying rates right now to go, unless you just absolutely have to go there. Because California, I guarantee you, is still probably paying the same out of that area, which it shouldn't be, but you know how that goes. Let's look. I bet it's...
check this out. So Levi's brother is the driver, and it sounds like he's familiar with the Wyoming route, which I understand.
Oh.
But now's the time to shake it up.
Yes, absolutely.
Learn another route. Yeah.
Yeah, they're still running crappy loads to California. I mean, look. I mean, you can do much better than this right now. I mean, if this was a different day and age, I'd tell you, if you wanted to run that route, I guess do it. But I still don't. I've never sent anybody that way. It's too hard to get in and out of there for good money. And it's not only that, you're going through mountains, so you're killing your gas mileage too.
Oh, yeah. Everything is tough. Everything is tough about
so that's
the Northwest
as well. And then if it was wintertime, then it'd be even worse. So,
Mid-Northwest.
I know it's beautiful. It's beautiful up there.
Yeah.
If you're wanting to visit or go on vacation, I totally get it. But if you're wanting...
If he said, hey, all right, tell me, what would you do? Would you do Mississippi, Alabama, Florida? Would you do just, you know,
I would do
Midwest,
I mean,
Oklahoma,
you're running. I would put in
Arkansas,
Texas is awesome right now.
Texas.
Let's just here. We'll just put it in Indianapolis because that's like one of the hubs, and you can usually get good money out of here. So let's just do Indianapolis. We're gonna go to all. We're gonna put in. Let's put in 80 cents a mile, and let's kind of see what
And you
comes
did.
up here.
So you did what? Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois pickup.
I'm just doing Indianapolis right now.
Perfect.
Because Indianapolis has had a lot of loads out of it lately.
Solid.
It's selling a lot of cars.
So here we go. All right, now we're throwing the dart of knowledge.
We were looking at loads for Atlanta for Monday. There are loads out of Atlanta going in Indianapolis paying $800, $500. That never happens. Yeah. Look, 413 miles just out of Indianapolis with a minimum of what I put on there, 80 cents or 70 cents a mile, something like that.
Yeah,
So
wow.
look, there's one
Way better
right
money.
there going to Little Rock. $700 out of Indianapolis to Little Rock. If you're signed up with the Certus Metro.
Cool wind in my hair. Warm smell eucalyptus.
Then we've got Indianapolis to Wichita. Got stuff going down in Indianapolis.
Yeah, so make sure you're signed up with, again, you want to watch that top 12 load boards video, and you can see it in the description below this video. Please do remember to like, share, and subscribe. But what I'm getting at is you got to get signed up with CarsArrive, a Certus. Look at that list. Get signed up.
And look, like this Scottsbluff would probably be on his route to Montana, Wyoming.
Look at that.
1400 if you're
Hey, pause for a second. Or just don't move the page. Keep talking.
Okay.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that. Okay, so https://tinyurl.com/y9s764hs computer language. Did I get it? Oh, shoot. I mistyped one of the letters. Anyways, I was trying to grab the sign up for Carvana load board. Let me try that again. HTTPS. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's free. Oh, interesting. I thought it would be Carvana. Okay. You know, I wasn't
yeah,
because,
it's not. It's like where you sign up for your carrier packet and stuff. And generally speaking, Carvana, you got to be in business for 90 days. They have been taking some people before that because it's really weird is I was signing up people and Jen couldn't get her guys signed up. And my guys were only like 30 days in and I was getting them signed up. So I don't know why they're like to go through and some not. But
it's because the wine is always hot.
No.
Yeah, well, it is.
Yeah.
And you got to get...
Oh.
What?
You know what I found out?
What?
RMIS. Okay. You know, the insurance agency that kind of... I don't know if they're going out of business, but something's happening.
No.
Yes.
That's interesting because I never heard back. I sent them a pretty professional email about, you know, let us know auto transport intel, and I never heard back. And I thought, well, that's kind of weird. So what did you do? Read an article, or is this grapevine stuff?
Well,
What's going on?
It actually came through Super Dispatch. They were letting me know that RMIS, because they use them as their way to verify people for the super load board and stuff like that. And they said they're no longer going to be able to use them. And I asked them, are they going out of business? What's going on? They said they haven't been told yet, but as of I think it was July 1st, they were done.
Wow!
Able to
Holy cow!
So
I'm gonna Google that.
Yeah, I did. I went in there to see if they were going out of business. I could not find anything. What I got to thinking, maybe they're getting bought out.
Yeah, that's probably what. That actually makes more sense because I mean they have such a database. Yeah, exactly.
I'm thinking Mannheim may have bought them out, something to that effect. Because honestly, using RMIS, if everybody would use it, nobody would have to get certs from everybody every single time. They monitor it. If they don't have insurance, you get an email. You know, I love them.
The manual cert request has got to go.
Yes.
Yeah, those days are gone. Hey, here's what we're gonna do. Two things. We're gonna do two things right now. One, Sue, I want you to switch it up. I want you to look for California going out, Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
the other thing is, while you're doing that, I want you to give a quote for a Ram dually going from Andrews, Texas to Phoenix, Arizona, picking up today or Monday, delivering next week. Chop chop.
Andrews, Texas. Okay, hold on.
It's in the
California, where?
it's
It's
in,
California.
it's in the live chat. Andrews, Texas to Phoenix, Ram dually.
Okay. I'm assuming we're talking about a 3500.
Yeah, it's probably safe.
We're gonna say it runs and drives, hopefully, and it's not a flatbed that's 20 foot long. So we're gonna go with
That's
what I
right.
would think it is.
Run and drive.
But even on here right now,
3,500.
they're paying $1.12 a mile. So
Mhm.
I think you're probably looking anywhere between $800 and $1,000 to get it moved easy.
Okay, and Armando put in there for 1,000.
Okay.
I need help
Yeah,
moving it.
that's
Yeah,
it.
he needs help moving. That's what I thought.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say put 1,000 on it. You should be able to get it
Yeah.
moved, I would think.
So
Andrews is Copart or something, isn't it?
exactly.
sure.
Good check. In Phoenix, that's good. Yeah, Andrews, Texas. So Armando, you're getting the high sign for 1,000 from us.
Yeah.
I'm just checking Andrews, Texas on the map. I never like to assume. Okay, now Andrews is north of Odessa and Midland.
Yeah.
But
it's probably a Copart or something.
it's on the way to Phoenix, so that's going to be the question. Is it a run and drive? Is it paid for? Is there storage? What's the phone number to set it up?
Yeah.
Armando, you need to talk to Sue. What's the phone number there, Sue?
417-273-0021, or you can send me an email at murphyautotransport31@yahoo.com.
Give us a call today.
Okay.
Murphy Auto
California,
Transport.
it's just all. You want me to put like?
Thanks, Big Will. Big Will. So appreciative. I love it. Thanks, buddy.
We're gonna put 70 cents a mile in California.
You got it, Armando. Please do remember to like, share, subscribe. Sue is searching for California right now. California out. Now, that's not a search I normally like to do, but right now, the only thing we haven't really liked is the Montana stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Newbie question. I love newbie questions. Thank you. All right, here, let's go to the screen while she's doing the search. Can it be that what is listed on one dispatch, it also might be listed on central dispatch? Thank you. That is a great question, and I'm always looking to give pro tips. So if you see a load posted on central, and this goes for one dispatch, CarsArrive, United Road, Assertus, many other companies. If you see it posted on central, go to the load board of that company, and you'll find links to those load boards in the description below this video after it's posted. In fact, I think it's there now. Yeah, so you gotta check those companies' internal load boards to make sure it's still available. Absolutely. Great question.
And also, not only
Definitely
that,
one dispatch.
they will post them on their load board before it hits central, usually an hour before, sometimes longer than that, before they post it to central, because they want people to go to their load boards before they go to central for their loads. Same thing with ACV. Unless ACV is desperate, those loads are not on central. You must go to their load board to find any kind of loads. So I check them constantly to see what's new on the board.
Right. And a rookie mistake would be to think that you can get that load and you didn't check one dispatch. It's posted by Ready on Central. You're including it in your group that you're going to book, and you're talking to the driver, and everybody's high-fiving and opening champagne, but you didn't check one dispatch and it's not there. Rookie mistake. That is a problem, and yeah, you don't want that. And that's why we're here, so thanks for the question.
And also, like for the Holly board, they will list a code, say they have it on central dispatch. It only gets removed twice a day. So even if you were like, so someone could have booked it in between that time, it does not mean it's a legit load anymore, because it could be gone. Just so you guys know.
Right. Yeah,
You know,
right.
honestly.
double postings. And Michael's got the
that too.
soundtrack. California Love. Who's rolling down, right? You got that pavement that's a little off kilter. It's sunny outside in the wild, wild west, right on. California Love. I could probably use an auto tune right about now. Hey, by the way, let's do this. While I'm talking about me needing an auto tune, listen, you got questions? This is Dispatching Live. We talk about load boards tomorrow on Cars on the Move, Fridays at noon. It's with Ty. Ty and I will host. We're connecting dealers, auctions, and carriers. You don't want to miss it. Here's some more information.
Hey guys, Ty, CTS Business Coaching. I connect dealers, auctions, and carriers. If you're a dealer and you're not getting your inventory on the lot in 5 days ready to sell, you've got a problem. It's called interest. Like I'm telling you something you don't know. Give me a call. I can connect you with an auction and a carrier, and you can get your cars on the lot in 5 days or less. 417-483-2764. Thanks and have a great day.
Okay, cool. We're back. We're back with Sue. We're checking the load board. We do have a couple questions here. Ann says, can you click on the 8 vehicle load? Which load is she looking at? And Ann is in California. So
right there. Yeah, if you can haul for wholesale, that's not a bad load. I don't particularly like Yuma, but you can do it. Wholesale has rules, though. You got to be in business for a year and 100 ratings. So that would be your only problem.
that is going to be, okay, so 100 ratings. That's the big problem. Business for a year, probably not a problem. 100 central dispatch ratings? That's a lot. That takes several years. That can take several years.
Yeah.
Because every time you do a load and you ask for, I used to make phone calls asking for positive ratings from companies we did business with and they never gave a rating. Oh my gosh, that takes forever.
You know what I do instead? I
What?
send out, I give them a rating, and then I send them an email right after that, and I say, you know, thanks for letting us work with you. You know, if you could please return the favor and give us a rating. I get more responses that way than I did by making phone calls. So
Okay,
it
good.
takes a long time, but it actually sending an email takes less time than making a phone call, to be honest with you. And as we all know, we're moving and grooving on a regular basis, so you don't always have time to make a gazillion phone calls. But I just set up an email that's I just copy and paste each time and send it over.
Sweet.
Another thing about wholesale, I think the last 50 ratings has to be in the last 6 months as well.
Hey, that'd be a great mobile app button. Request rating.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have never heard of that before. Ever.
Yeah.
I've never. You heard it here first on Auto Transport Intel. I just came up with the request rating button on your car shipping mobile app. Wow. That's amazing. I know I'm tooting my own horn, but sometimes you have to, right? Okay.
Where's Sholo? Is it in BFE? This is paying outrageous right here.
I gotta tell Mark. I'm gonna send Mark an email.
Man, it's 200 miles past Phoenix. I don't know where they're going. If this was on somebody's path, grab that up. If you're going to New Mexico, you can probably go right through there, go to New Mexico. That's a sweet load. You don't see the $2.16 a mile loads very often. This is a good load. Obviously, the message has been gotten in California to Arizona because these loads usually pay $200. For $475 to come on here, $400, that's good loads. And Team Auto will sometimes negotiate with you, not by much, maybe $25.
Thanks, Bobber. I just emailed Mark at Superflow.
Wow, look at that one. LA, this never happens. So look at this though. You can't pay $500 for an enclosed when you're paying $500 for an open.
Somebody didn't hit the compare button.
Apparently not. Or they did, and let's look. I bet it says that.
Stinking compare button. Oh, What?
Well, these aren't enclosed either, though.
Well, that's
They don't
correct.
have anything
And
there, so.
LA to Phoenix is a really common route. And actually
Yes.
70 cents a mile is still probably reasonable. The thing about California, this is what's always made me crazy. And I lived in California. I mean, I know it firsthand. Everything is so expensive, everything is so congested that it's got to pay better. It just has to.
Oh yeah, but it never does until now.
No,
'Cause I have a
actually
guy
doesn't.
that does this route, and he was doing some stuff out of California to Arizona like 2 months ago, and yeah, the highest rate on there was 250.
Exactly. I was booking cars for 250 and it frustrated me.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
SoCal to NorCal, you run like LA to San Francisco and you're booking these cheap cars. Oh man, that's so frustrating.
Look at this. CarsArrive also has another one in San Diego going
Show
for
load.
$1,200.
Isn't that near the border, Sholo?
Well, it's right here. It's 170 miles past Phoenix, but if you're going to New Mexico, you're gonna go right through it. You see what
No,
I'm
it's
saying?
not.
But there's two of them there. For that kind of money, you could backtrack to Phoenix for that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Because there's one in Huntington Beach and there's one in San Diego, both going for $1,200 for CarsArrive to the same place, right there.
So I guess
You know
the
what I mean?
question is California to where, right?
Yeah, I put up to all with a minimum of I think 70 cents is what I put up.
How many loads
And
did
what
you
we're
get?
getting mainly, we got 2,000 loads. That's a
Yeah.
lot.
You can't sift through 2,000. This is when you need Dispatch Monkey. You know, somebody asked me a question. I saw it on YouTube asking about, who uses Dispatch Monkey. And really, I mean, as a professional dispatcher, you're used to doing it manually. I think Dispatch Monkey is kind of more for like carriers that don't have the time. Or if you just have a really large pool, like 2,000, you need something
Right.
like Dispatch Monkey.
But see, I think on Dispatch Monkey we can't put to all. You have to have an area
Right.
for you to copy to. If I'm
That's
not
right.
mistaken.
You have to do a copy and paste. I think the technology is great. I still think it's early days yet on where it's at, but I haven't seen it lately either. So
Now, also, I think it's great if you're like a multi-car carrier because it really runs your route and it lets you see exactly what you're going to go through. My only problem with it is that yes, they will give you loads, but with ELD you can't drop and pick 200 miles apart from each other. You got to make this to where your guy can get in and out of an area in the same day. Otherwise, you're just killing yourself for your money and your miles and your ELD log. It's going to hurt you in the long run.
So if you have
Other than
questions
that,
about Google, if you have questions about what we're talking about, Google Dispatch Monkey, and you'll find my videos. You'll find it takes you to Truckify. The 2-year-old trucking queen said that shouldn't be too hard to add to your website.
A bunch of loads out of California go into Denver that are paying good.
Wow. Hey, okay, now there's an interesting story. What's it like? Humor me. What's it like getting out of Denver right now? Is it finally good?
Yeah, I don't know because it never has been for a really long time. So I don't think
Getting out of Denver, and I've had this debate before. It has nothing to do with the beautiful mountains. Just getting out of Denver, I don't know why. It's never been profitable.
Or they're huge. Yeah. It used to be. I used to run the Denver, Texas, and Oklahoma route quite a bit. But it has, gone down to nothing.
For the longest time. Which is why you got to make your money. If you go to Denver, you got to make your money going in. Because you ain't making it coming out.
No. And it's hard to get fully loaded because everything that's out of Denver is huge trucks.
Ouch. Exotic busted an axle in Flagstaff the other week. That blows. Sorry, Exotic. So we're doing. If you're just joining us, we've been live for an hour now. We're gonna go for another 10 minutes or so, and we're doing a search out of Denver because it's not normally that great. So we're checking it.
To all, it's 312 miles. I did put a 50 cent on there because I didn't know how bad this was going to be. Doesn't look like they're paying spectacular on here.
Right. They're paying normal rates.
Yeah. Because look, I mean, this is enclosed. It shouldn't be 84 cents a mile. That should be $1,200-$1,300 enclosed out of there.
And what's
They'll probably get
What's interesting is Paul Roberts, he does Colorado all the time, but he's got customers. Makes all the difference.
right. That makes a total difference.
Wow, so
even look,
Colorado to Oregon.
I'll put this, 7-pack is paying at least 53 cents a mile. Usually, you don't see a 7-pack paying that much. That's more usually you see them in the 30 cents to 40 cents a mile range. Hey, here's a camper for Joseph. Going to Memphis.
There you go. Joseph's camper.
I bet Joseph gets paid a lot more than that, though.
I bet he does. Yeah.
Let's see. Because you can't pull that for 67 cents a mile. That's ridiculous. Yeah, we're looking, well, hey, CarsArrive has got a decent
Just say
one on there,
Denver to Odessa. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not even really seeing a defined route.
No, I mean, they're big trucks. Like
Although that's the new stuff. That's, the green bar means freshly posted.
Yeah, in the last hour is what you want to do when you're looking for loads. You always put that up there because that way you catch anything
Exactly.
when you refresh. This one, I mean, Broom's got one on here to Jonesboro, Arkansas. There's one here from Aurora to North Little Rock. This one is an NOP, and I believe you'd have to have a winch because Commerce City is not anything I know of that loads. Going to Paragould, and Paragould is going to be by Jonesboro, I think.
I think you're
It's a
right.
little north of it. Here's another one for Certus going into Little Rock. There's two going to Little Rock. I mean, they're only still 50 cents a mile. We're not talking big money here.
But I think what we're seeing is even Denver's decent right now.
Yeah, I mean, for you to get loads 50, 60 cents a mile out of Denver, it's actually good rates because they are usually not that high.
Normally, these rates would all be in half. From what I've seen.
Really, yeah. I agree.
Exotic snipes all the great loads out of Denver. Ha! Now we know who's. That's awesome.
That's it.
Smart.
I mean, stuff going down to Arizona. I mean, maybe Commerce City. It says NOP, forklift. So that must be. I didn't know there was a Copar IA.
We're gonna give Exotic a yellow card for sniping all the great loads out of Denver.
Yeah. Looks like Arizona is on here. California is on here. Arkansas. I mean, if you want to drive inside the state, there's some stuff on there. That's really huge, and that's probably not paying enough money for that one going to Orlando. But I'm surprised that they're paying 66 cents a mile to Florida out of Colorado. I'm quite surprised, actually. You don't usually see 50 cents a mile.
No, you don't. And oftentimes the NOPs pay worse than the regular ones.
Yeah. Yep.
Never understood that. I guess they don't. They're just not looking. They're just coming up with numbers. Oh, a Truckify link.
Yeah, and they got a John Deere here. Wonder how big that is.
Now look at that. You got 3 different brokers with Truckify links.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
I got Truckify up. We can look at that too, but I want to see what this is. I bet it's cute. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're gonna need a step deck for that puppy.
Wow.
But I mean, look how much it's paying though. I mean, really, $5,300, $299 a mile.
Wow. That thing should be on. They should also have it on 123 load board. They probably do. Yeah, that's Eric. That's Eric and Joe and Lindsay at Easy Auto Ship. I just
Oh,
posted.
cool.
I just posted a POV car shipping video with Easy Auto Ship.
2 vans. Those are pretty big. I couldn't take those, but that's not bad. There's another. So this is an in-op and enclosed. That probably needs to pay more than that, honestly. And that it's not that that Jeep Willys is big. That's tiny, but it's an in-op and it wants it enclosed. I think
Right.
it needs to be paying
Yeah,
more.
when it's open, those things are great.
Uh huh.
Actually, Jeeps in general are kind of great.
I don't think this will ever move for that.
Whoa, whoa!
One it's north of Denver, probably more like
That
60,
is
70 miles.
way underpriced.
Yes, and if it's a flatbed, you know as well as I do, it's probably a 20-foot long flatbed.
And it's heavy as
Overall,
anything.
it's probably got a crank on it too. Yeah, that's not enough money.
Wow.
That should be like, I don't know, $1,500-$1,600 minimum, maybe more.
Oh, I'd say more. Yeah, I mean, really, I would.
Yeah,
I'd call them up and say I'll do it for $2 a mile. Maybe.
yeah. Because I guarantee you, there's probably, you know as well as I do, there's probably a crane on it too. It wouldn't surprise me at all. They always
Right.
forget to tell you those
And
little details until
exactly.
you get the load.
And it's late, and it's 30 days.
It's like Rat has some stuff going into St. Louis out of Denver. I mean, it's 55 cents a mile.
Well, and that's the thing is when I'm coming out of Denver, I like to do short hops to maximize the money and kind of reset the clock.
Yeah. Well, there's 3 to Indianapolis. This is more down by Colorado Springs, and I don't know how big those would be. If you were a 3-car, I don't know if that would fit. Let's see. Yeah, because usually what I would do when we went to Denver, I'd probably go either to Wichita or Kansas City or Oklahoma, and then from there take better paying loads the rest of the way.
Well, exactly. And that's when actually Garden City pops up. Isn't it Garden City
Right.
that's right? Yeah.
Yeah, you can. That's on the lower end by Wichita. So if you're going to Wichita, you can take that. And like, here's one in Colorado Springs, but I don't know if you need a winch. There is a Copart or IA in Colorado Springs, so you could do that with that if that was, or you had a winch. If you had a winch, I would charge you more than that. They should be paying more than that. And then we got this Kansas City one. Here's another Wichita. Yeah, you could go Denver to Wichita, easy peasy. And then, as we all know, Wichita is always fun to get out of too. So
Yeah, exactly. You love that. Hey, pop quiz. Which one's better? Which one should you have first? A winch or a Twick?
winch.
Yeah, winch. Amen.
Don't even bother with going to the port. Personally,
I know,
I don't
right?
like to send anyone there. I've got a couple drivers that have Twix, but when you spend sometimes the whole day to unload, it doesn't matter if you have 1 car, 3 cars, 7 cars. You will sometimes sit in that line the whole day. If you're lucky enough to get in at Baltimore, you may sit there till the next day to get unloaded. It is not worth the money, even if it was paying $1 a mile.
Well, and now with COVID, isn't it even extra painful?
Yeah, I know that there was a driver, because I list loads to the port, not that I do, but I list them, and he sat there for 2 days trying to get unloaded, and there was like 80 trucks in line at Baltimore. It's crazy.
In
I
fact,
don't know
hey,
about Jackson.
I just came up with a great name for a broker. Extra painful shipping.
True.
Come on, that is just good stuff.
Well, I mean, you could get out of Denver, honestly. It depends on where you want to go.
So let's do this. Let's go ahead and I think we're done with that route. We're going to go ahead and throw that in the round file. I don't have any final and there's no more requests. We're doing great on the show's doing
Talk
great.
about the broker bond thing.
Oh yeah, thank you, Sue. All right, here we go. That's awesome. Thank you, Sue. We had a request about check this out. Here's a situation. Okay, hey Jay, I got a question. I filed a claim on a broker at the time they had a bond. The bond company is giving us a hard time paying us. Over 4 months and nothing. That broker is no longer in business. How and what can I do for that bond to pay us? Is there any agency where I can report them? Sue?
So there's no real agency. I mean, you can contact the FMCSA, but I don't think that's going to do it for anybody. So usually, like I was responding to Jay, there's a few factors we need to know what the broker bond company is, because that's going to determine a lot. Because there's some, I don't want to say shady, but there's some not so great brokers out. I mean, bond companies out there, and so that's going to be a factor. How long has it been? Because how this works with broker bonds is this. Not everybody has to put up all that money to get a broker bond. What they do is they combine several companies under one broker bond through this bond company. And it's based on your credit and it's based on your assets, you know, if they can go after your assets. So say you filed against a broker bond company and there's no money really involved, they have to still try to get it out of that broker. And that means going after their assets. So as we all know, that's probably not going to happen. So you have to kind of, one or two things is either going to have to file a civil suit against them, depending on how much you're owed. I mean, that's going to depend on
filing
how
a
much
civil suit, man.
Yeah, and that's going to be a pain because you have to file it in their state. Usually, it's not your state. You got to do it in. And honestly, like when the big broker went down a few years back that was dealing with CarMax, autotransport.com, or autotransport, what was it? That was what it was called? Okay. They took on a huge thing with CarMax, and CarMax screwed them over and didn't pay them over $1 million. They went out of business. They switched all their loads to United Road and RPM and left these poor guys hanging. It put them completely out of business. They did not mean to screw everybody over, but they didn't have a lot of options either. They did pay out to some people a percentage because it depended on which order you were in. Like if you were, it's like a first come, first serve when you're filing against broker bond. So the sooner you get it in, the better off you are. But if there's not that much money, they're only going to pay a percentage to you against what you're owed. And some of my guys, I think I had 3 guys that were owed money. 2 of them got a percentage, 1 of them got nothing. So there's a lot of factors in there. I hope they don't owe you a whole lot of money because that's the problem with it all.
It's interesting. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I'll just say there was an article, and I remember seeing this, and I'm searching it right now. Is that in February of this year on Overdrive Online magazine, you just lose when middlemen don't pay. Broker reform 8 years in the making. And I mean, if the company's out of business, that is a problem.
Yeah.
Because I think you're right. I think you're looking at small claims court because you're now outside of any regular bond protection.
Right, and usually, like, what's the minimum or the maximum that you can file under that? So you have to file it that way too. You can't really file it another way.
And I share the Google search because, right, you start there, learning your definitions and terms, possible options, and so if really what it's going to come down to probably is if the money you're owed is less than what it would take to hire an attorney, you're probably walking away from it. And that sucks. You think?
I think, yes. Unfortunately, you don't have a lot of options when it comes to a certain point. I hate to say it like this, but every business has its loss. You know what I mean? You're always going to have, if you own a restaurant, some people aren't going to pay. If you have a gas station, people are going to walk. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of the same concept. And as a transporter, you're going to have some losses along the way, unfortunately.
Whether it's
sometimes you're not going to be able to recover it. Yeah. Exactly. you just try not to get in. I mean, here's the thing: you try to deal with brokers that you know are good brokers. And granted, you things can happen. The Auto Transport was a great company. I worked for them for years, never had a problem with them. But you don't know what's going to happen down the road either. Same thing. I mean, it could happen to United Road. They could screw them over too and tell them, "Hey, we're not paying." But United Road is a lot bigger company. They could recover, whereas a little company that made themselves big overnight doesn't have the backing to do it. So you got to watch when you're looking at their ratings. When you're, make sure you're looking at that because they'll have negatives on there for non-payment or late payment, and sit back and think about it a little bit. Like Jay always says, you always want to kind of focus in on why they're doing what they're doing and stuff like that. So it's the same concept. You're wanting to make sure you want to get paid, so you want to look at their ratings and make sure they're paying people.
And that's why we really, I mean, I realize that profiling is probably not the right word, but what we're talking about is, I mean, you want to know who you're hauling for, what the haul is. You want to know these things before you get the dispatch. And because they're doing the same thing with the carrier, that any shipper wants to know, what's this carrier like? They don't just choose any carrier.
Exactly. They're checking most of them do. They check your DOT, they check your, make sure you're still active, they make sure your insurance is active. I always get a certificate of insurance. I check their ratings to see what they've done, if they've damaged cars, that kind of thing. So you have to look at it the same way. You want to work with people that are, legit too. And unfortunately, there are people on here that are not.
And that is the and those less than legitimate companies seem to get most of the attention, and then you've got to scramble for how good is this. What's really interesting, and by the way, I'm going to give that broker a red card. That broker is out of here. I know it's not funny, and there's not much we can do except try and learn from it. But it's interesting how much complaining there is that happens around Central Dispatch, and but it's by far the number one load board. And so also just part of the takeaway here is that we feature Central Dispatch load board searches. If you've got something important to let us know about Central or brokers or load boards, let us know. You can post it in the comments below the video. Send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. I want to thank the company that sent me that email. This is important stuff, and it's good that we talk about it. Just make sure you know who you're hauling for and why you're hauling it.
You don't always think about that part. You're just thinking about getting the loads a lot of times. You're not thinking about the rest of it until it comes to something happening.
That's right. That's why getting paid was a category Tuesday night. So,
was it?
Yeah, it was. It was. And in a similar area of concern is double and triple posted loads. Double posted loads is never a good sign.
No.
And look for that.
And you show up and someone else has already picked it up. Because when we see them too, we call the broker of usually either the one we trust the most or the one that's paying the most. And I'll tell them straight up, it's double brokered with this, and this. Because sometimes anymore, they're putting them on there 2-3 times. So they'll either say, I'm pulling my load, I don't play this game with people like this, or they'll say, I'm calling my customer right now and I'll get these off of there. And because we've had it happen, we've shown up and it was double brokered, and we always verify every single car, but they could show up in between the time we verified and the time our driver shows up and it's gone. So you have to be aware of that happening sometimes. And if I know there's a double brokered load and they've said they're going to take care of it, I will still call right before the driver's coming just to make sure that we're not going to have a problem.
Because and you're smart, because one time I had a driver, we got the load, it was double posted, it might have been triple posted, we got the dispatch, driver went to go pick it up, somebody else already picked it up.
Right.
Insane.
Yeah. And I've had it happen at Copart before. I've had it, and then sometimes It's not even because it's double posted. It's because the guy booked it out to 2 different people and forgot. And I've had that happen before too. And all you can do then is either get a dry run fee from them if they'll do it, or I give them a negative.
Yeah, no, right. And the negative doesn't stick. You don't get your dry run, and you're going crazy. So,
yeah, you got a pissed off driver, and there's not a lot you can do other than try to recover another car. So,
yep, do your due diligence. And I was gonna say another similar issue to double posted is, dang, I lost my thought. I should have made it. That's why I have my note. I usually make notes of something I want to say. I forgot. Well, we'll have to do that next week. So, Sue, you know what? It's 1:30. It is time. It's been 90 minutes. It's been fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're feeling better, and I'm glad we're helping folks, and the show is doing great. Everybody stay safe out there. Again, if you need help, contact Sue, MurphyAutoTransportServices.com. That's dispatching advice and brokering. Sue is a licensed broker.
Yes. And whether you want to sign up with me or not, and you just got questions, I have no problem helping anybody. So just either call me or email me, and we'll talk. That's no problem.
Awesome. Well, Sue, keep in touch. Have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. Have an enjoyable weekend. Right? It's almost here.
We're having a pool party.
It's really woohoo! It's July 2nd. So it is. It's time to.
We're having a pool party Saturday.
I'm so good at salmon.
Oh, that's awesome. That sounds great. Good for you guys. Well, all right. Well, make sure you keep the wine cold, keep the coffee hot, and let us know how we can help. Sue, I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm going to let the people go, and I'll talk to you soon.
Cool. Thank you, Jay.
All right. Thank you. Okay, and we're letting Sue go. She's got the rest of the day off. Hardly. Okay, so guys, listen. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for Dispatching Live Thursdays at noon. Every Thursday, Auto Transport Intel goes live 4 times a week. You got Tuesday nights live, experts, interviews, advertisers. Wednesday afternoon on autoconversion.net. That is friendly automotive debate. We go live Thursdays at noon, every Thursday, with Dispatching Live, load board search advice with Sue. And then Fridays at noon, Cars on the Move with Ty, where we're connecting dealers, auctions, and carriers. If you need help with something, please do email me, autotransportintel@gmail.com. Got a company product or service that you want to feature? Let me know. Let's talk about it. I have meetings all the time. I'm always talking to other folks. And that's why, listen, this is important. If you're an advertiser on Auto Transport Intel, you're not just an advertiser, you're part of the network. We are always talking to people, and if we've got, there's a good new idea. Guess who I just emailed the request rating button to? That was Mark at Superflow. Mark is part of the show and an advertiser. Superflow Systems is an advertiser on the show. So think about it. It's a lot more than just showing a video once a week. There's a lot more to it. So please do let me know how I can help. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Keep the Mountain Dew colder. And we're so glad Sue is feeling better. Oh, Bogey Joe Sr., there seems to be no camaraderie between reefer, dry van, heavy haul, but with car hauling, we seem to stick together. Makes for a way to converse, compare stories. Awesome. Thanks for that input, Bogey Joe. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you, Levi. I'm so glad you enjoyed the show. You guys stay safe. Have a great 4th. This is a great country. Let's keep it together. Let's stay together. Show some compassion and empathy for one another, and also improve our businesses. Right now is a good time for rates in auto transport, so go get some, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much. Please do join us tomorrow before the weekend hits, and you guys take care. Thanks so much.